Okay. Not sure how good my audio's coming out. I hope it's coming out okay. And this is just a test stream. I'm not even sure if I'm even going to get into streaming or anything like that. It sounds like this would be something that would be fun. I know Toss Today and a bunch of other people tend to do some streaming, but for all intents and purposes, Matthew Moore talked me into trying OBS. For the longest time, I've been using FFmpeg and Simple Screen Recorder for doing captures and that sort of thing. Tell me, fellas, is my audio coming out okay? If it is, please let me know in the chat. I can see your comments and everything like that. So I just need to know if that is coming in okay. I need to know. Hi, Ben. Hi, Luxor. The Farron. Yeah, okay, excellent. So the audio's coming out okay? Awesome sauce. So, how's the picture and everything? Is the picture and everything alright? I spent all day making this virtual set. And I also was playing with the chroma key effects, and interestingly enough, I thought that the chroma key effects in OBS is even better than what I was able to do with all those layer stacks in Kdenlive Live. My only issue that I'm having right now is that the audio isn't synchronized correctly, and I did see a video where they stated that there is a way to fix that. So I don't know how often I'm going to be doing live streams. As stated, this is just an experiment, and there's a possibility I may figure out how to do this, and also getting other people in on the stream. I got to figure that part out too, and so excellent. So at any rate, and actually I'm not even using the audio from this mic. I'm using my pro mic up here that's out of view, but in case somebody on Mumble messages me, I can hear them. So cool stuff indeed. And so yeah, this is great, and already got a bunch of people. Big Daddy Linux, good to see ya, buddy. So yeah, it looks like we've got something good here to do some future shows and that sort of thing. So the next step is I need to figure out how to get people to join in to the podcast and be able to have them appear and that sort of thing. I'm sure there's a way to do it. It's just a matter of time figuring it all out. I've been spending the past a good chunk of the day here playing with the OBS software, pulling all the dials, doing all the buttons and everything, and this looks like a pretty interesting piece of software. Another thing that I like about the OBS is the fact that it does screen capture very well. I like that. And yes, Luxor, I'm still on Manjaro, and yeah. So I like how it's doing screen capture. It does that with audio very well without any latency and that sort of thing. My issue is when I'm doing chroma keying. And the thing is, this computer that I'm using has got a lot of muscle. Alright, so I mean, when it's doing the chroma keying and everything, you know, it looks really sharp, and it is okay. Well, I'm not doing green screen as much as I used to, namely because it's a pain in the butt to set it up. Yes, I have a green screen on the wall, but the thing is, I can't keep the lights in the positions that they need to be in, and then I have to move the computer around, and I have a bunch of other things. So setting up a green screen to do compositing and that sort of thing is just a pain in the neck to do. I can't do it on every episode. Otherwise, I'm spending an extra half an hour just setting up the studio and that sort of thing. So I'm not doing that on all of my videos. But the OBS software is going to make it a little bit easier now, because now I don't have to go into Kadian Live and do everything in post-processing. I can actually do it. I can actually have it record and do it live. So, yeah. And as Big Daddy Linux was saying, green screens are great, but they take a lot of extra time. I have one right over here on my wall. See? Let me show you. I've got a green wall over there. Okay, it's just that, you know, setting up all the lighting and everything for it, and all that other nonsense, it just takes time. And then, yeah, so, all right, awesome. I'm glad. This is just an experiment, though. I'm just, you know, playing with different things. You know, if I don't want to have, you know, text in my ticker, I can turn it off if I want to, turn it on. You know, I have little elements that I can, you know, enable or disable. So basically, if I want to, you know, turn some things off, you know, I can just have just the TV set, and then over here on the side, I can be standing and doing a chroma key thing while the screen that I'm occupying right now can have the OS or whatever it is I'm presenting that day. So, I mean, I will be able to use this for compositing and chroma keying and that sort of thing. But basically all the Big Daddy, this is all done with layers. Okay, so I have a layer with information that I can display on the screen, okay? And then I have a base image for the ticker to run across, all right? Then the text, and then there is an overlay to, you know, even all of that out. So it's just using PNG graphics that I made in Fireworks. Very simple, very easy, nothing really fancy or anything like that. You just have a bunch of little different layers that you're using in OBS. And I can't remember the name of the guy, but if you guys do a search on YouTube for OBS tutorials, there's a guy, he's bald, and he's got a goatee, I think. And he had an awesome tutorial, and within 5 minutes I figured out how to do most things. And then the chroma key effect, I was just messing around with that and figured out that it does better chroma keying than Kadian Live does, and it does it really quickly too. It's just that the video is about the audio is about a second behind. So I mean, I can just, you know, make my recordings, and then when I open it up in Kadian Live, just shift the audio over, because I always clap my hands anyway, much like in the movies when you see them using a clicker. You know, that's so that you can sync audio and video. And anytime I do video recordings, I always have a clap. That way I can synchronize the audio with the video, because sometimes you run into that issue. And Kadian Live makes it very easy for syncing and that sort of thing. Yes, Big Daddy, I did see a tutorial on YouTube about setting that, but at the time I was not in front of my green screen anymore, and so I wasn't able to put that to the test. So that'll be the next thing that I'll be doing. And then if I do decide to do these podcasts, then I need a topic of discussion. So, and it would be cool to get a panel of guests on here as well. If I'm going to do a live stream, you know, it'd be fun to have, you know, that sort of thing. So, yes, one moment, please. Questy, go on my YouTube channel, and you will go on my YouTube channel. I'm doing a live stream right now, and you can catch me there, alright? Okay. Nice having two microphones, and somebody messaged me on Mumble, and I let them know to come over here so that they can see what's going on. So, Sam, this is just a test. I don't know when I'm gonna have another stream, or even if I'm gonna have one. This is just experimenting right now, and if I do eventually have a stream, there will be a topic of discussion where people, and where people can maybe ask questions and that sort of thing, and there'll be a defined topic, of course, much like Big Daddy Linux does his and everybody else, and then maybe even have guests on the show and that sort of thing. I have a Mumble server that's open sourced. Discord isn't. So if you want to interact with me and voice chat with me, it's on Mumble, and you go to cupoflinux.com, click the chat button on the Cup of Linux website, and it'll give you the instructions for connecting to us on the Mumble server. All right. Dad be honor of Linux. Okay. Will you be participating in the Open Sunday on DistroTube? I don't know yet. I take everything one day at a time. I didn't make any plans to be on any live shows. Usually, when I do appear on somebody else's live stream, usually it's a spur of the moment thing. I'm on YouTube and I say, Toss is on there, so I'll go and bug Toss, and then he'll send me the link that I need to connect to. And then at that point, once I'm on there, I've already hijacked his show, and it's no longer, Total OS today. It's Cup of Linux. Poor Toss. I feel so bad for him. Every time I go on his show, I hijack it. But you know what? That is the kind of relationship we both have together. I mean, you stick Toss and I in the same room, and it's non-stop guffaws from beginning to end. I mean, that's, when you have somebody like that you can work with, that makes for a fun stream, So I'm hoping to bring back the Sunday Night News and Nonsense Report. We've had so much fun with that in the past, and I would love to do it again. And of course, I'll be happy to join you again on Big Daddy Linux at some point. I just need to know what the show topic is, and I might even have to pick your brain, Big Daddy. How did you get everybody on your live stream? How do you get them all? Because you'll have a window with all of your panel of guests and everything. That's something I need to learn. I need to learn how you do that, so that when you've got, because it's going to be an awful boring show if it's just me. Come on, you don't want to look at just me. It would be better if I have a panel of guests on the show and that sort of thing. So, yeah. Okay, as far as the Feren, you mentioned chat moderators. Instead of having chat moderators, pretty much I have a very strong word filter list on my channel, and that captures most of the caca. And most of the comments on my YouTube channel I don't even read unless it's a really hot topic. So, I'll tell you what, Big Daddy, if you can meet me at a Cup of Linux some way, somehow, or, because I don't want to make my email address public, but, if you can hop on my Mumble server, there's instructions on the forum for connecting to the Mumble server. We can talk, and we can arrange something. Because, yeah, I would like to do more live shows and that sort of thing. That's a wonderful thing. But as far as the moderation and everything goes on YouTube, I have a very stringent word filter list. I really don't read the comments anyway. If anybody wants to leave comments that I'm going to read, usually they're going to leave them on the forum. And that sort of thing. So, pretty much, and I've got more moderators than you can imagine on Cup of Linux. So, we don't have any troublemakers on the forum. It's a really good place to hang out and chat Linux, learn Linux, and just have fun. Yeah, I'm planning to be here between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. That's usually when Mumble's its busiest here. So if you just pop on in, and normally in order to chat on the Mumble server, you need to be a member of cupoflinux.com in order to speak, because usually one of my staff members will verify your account and then open you up so that you can speak on Mumble. However, in the case where we've got another show host, I don't necessarily require registrations from them. If I know who you are, we'll allow you to speak. But that's the only case that I do that. If that's the only way I can get a hold of, because it's like, I remember a time on YouTube when we could actually contact other show hosts through YouTube, and that's kind of gone now. I don't think there's a way you can contact other show hosts that I'm aware of. YouTube is completely a different beast from when I started making YouTube videos. I've been doing this for a long time. They changed up everything. So, you can't contact other hosts very easily. But yeah, if you hop on Mumble, and we can chat it up, Big Daddy, and we'll figure out something for doing a show in the near future. Definitely. And I don't know, maybe we'll, if I can get some people to work with me in the community, we can see about doing a stream one day a week. And for those of you who've been jumping in a little bit late, I'm just doing a test. This is a test. This is only a test. If this were a real emergency, you would be drinking more caffeine. So at any rate, just testing OBS, pulling all the knobs, pulling all the levers, just getting used to using this, and seeing what we can do in terms of streaming. So nothing fancy. And yeah. Okay, yeah, actually there's no caffeine in this. This is I don't know what this is. This is some kind of, well, it's flavored water, but it doesn't have sugar in it either. You know those drink mixes that don't contain anything, It probably 2 servings was enough to cause, cancer or whatnot. But I'm just going to drink the water, and I'm not going to complain about it. It's a society in chaos. No matter what you drink or eat, everything is bad for you. So, goodness gracious. Okay. What brought me back to YouTube? Null0 wanted to know what brought me back to YouTube. Well, really, I never really left. Well, I took a break, but, yeah, well, my old hardware was failing, and it was taking longer and longer to render videos and stuff like that, and my old computer suffered moisture damage, believe it or not, from humidity. Just leaving the computer on, and I had the laptop lid closed. Hold on a minute. Ballyhoo, I'm on a live stream right now, so visit my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see I'm doing a I can't believe I'm streaming kind of video. It's make-believe, pretend, that sort of thing. So just go on my YouTube channel and you'll see what I'm doing. Sorry about that. Yeah, because people are hopping in on the Mumble server asking me what's going on and that sort of thing. Okay, Big Daddy, thanks for dropping in. Good to see you and that sort of thing. And Dennis wants to know if we're going to do news and nonsense again. I certainly hope so. I'd love to do that. But maybe next time we do news and nonsense, it'll be in this format right here, using OBS software, and that might be a little bit more fun if we can somehow arrange that to where we're both on screen instead of just doing an audio presentation. That should be fun. So we will see. I still have a little bit more to learn. I still have to understand with OBS how to be able to get more people involved in the live stream. I need to figure out how Big Daddy does it and how all the other pros get multiple people on their show. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I will figure it out eventually and learn how all that works. I just started OBS last night at the behest of Matthew Moore. He suggested I try it out. And I finally just said, all right, let me bite the bullet and have a look at this. And it's amazing. Before I've been using either FFmpeg or simple screen recorder for doing all my, and then of course just using regular shot green screen footage. And before I had tried OBS in the past, but the hardware I had previously wasn't really powerful enough for using that software. And now I'm on a ThinkPad workstation. This thing is a quad-core 3.7 gigahertz. It has 8 threads. It's got 16 gigs of RAM. This thing chops up everything I throw at it. The only thing that I had issue with, as I mentioned earlier, is the synchronization with audio and video on the chroma keyed footage. But as far as capturing the desktop with audio, that seems to work just fine. So, but usually green screen footage I'm only going to be doing when I'm actually doing a recording. I'm never going to use a green screen for streaming. I don't think so. That won't work. But where streaming is concerned, I guess apparently everything's working right, so that's always a plus. So happy, happy, joy, joy. Anybody else? I'm about to wrap this up. I just wanted to do a good little test and that sort of thing. So does anybody else have any questions before I wrap this up then? Beware, some software does not play nicely with OBS. Like what? VirtualBox? That'll kill me if it doesn't work nicely with VirtualBox. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing in terms of live streaming. As I say, this is just a test. And I don't even know how to get anybody on the Spatry show in this medium here. Like I said, this is an OBS test. This is my first time doing this. So, OBS will not capture a real-time OpenGL window. Well, I'm going to be putting that to the test. I'm going to be looking to see how well it captures, because I do virtual machines all the time. I don't do distribution reviews per se anymore. You see the disclaimer, this is not a review, you're watching a usability experiment, blah, 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 blah. That's for all the naysayers out there who have nothing better to do. Oh, you didn't put it on real hardware. Well, let me tell you what, bucko, if it ain't good enough to run on virtual hardware, why would I want to try it on real hardware? So, yeah. Okay, you can use record audio from your favorite programs if you want to host someone else via microphone on the show with OBS through using audio sources in the recording. Yes, that's what I was thinking too. We had an experiment last night where it was capturing audio from mumble. And so we could do that. Okay. There's a hum in the background, though, but no big deal. Of course, you're hearing the fan. This is my old computer over here, and there's a little fan blowing onto it. And my old computer, believe it or not, is a server now. The keyboard on it doesn't work anymore. It had some water damage on it, and as a result of some of the moisture damage, I was unable to make videos for the longest time. The keyboard doesn't work, the mouse doesn't work on it, but it does work as a server. So I have to use an external mouse and an external keyboard with that computer, and I'm just using it as an open simulator server. And it's working out great. Love it. So, but that's all I use it for, and it's running Debian. My main desktop will always be Manjaro, but Debian is perfect for a server. That's how I'm doing it anyway. So, yeah. Yep, I'm using a laptop as a server. Why not? Actually, I've even used a netbook as a server too. I believe I am using NVEC. It looks familiar. I've seen it. Okay, let me scroll up here. I think I missed a comment somebody else made. I don't think you can pick audio quality or bitrate on audio. No. I saw something they said set the audio to 48 hertz, so that's what I did. I'm going to be playing around with the chroma key settings too, because I think I want to use, it'll entice me to do more chroma keying. The only thing I don't like is, though, any video overlays that you have to be perfectly squared. You can't skew the image a little bit. So I can't use my old virtual sets. I had to make a new one in Blender this morning, and well, that's what you're seeing here. Because let me turn some elements off here. Okay, this is my new virtual set. So when I'm standing in front of the green screen, I'll be right over here, and then this window will have whatever it is that I'm presenting for that day, usually when I'm doing the intro or whatnot. But I doubt I'm going to be doing chroma key through the entire video from beginning to end. No, that's overkill. I mean, I used to do that before, and geez, to render a full video like that was a major pain in the neck. And so, yeah, while it is cool to maybe do that during special features, it's not something I'm going to do on each and every video. Okay, Eric, good question on Arch Linux. Manjaro is my daily driver. What can I say? It's Arch Linux the way it should be, stable. It doesn't break, doesn't give me any problems. You get the benefits of the AUR, but I do run it kind of the Arch way. Yaourt no longer works. Okay, that's deprecated. Everybody switched to Trizen or Yay. I do it the Arch way. I download the package build and run make package. I do it the right way, the supported way. And maybe I'll put up a video on that soon, the official way of building packages with Arch Linux. Okay, I'd like to see Spatry pull out all of his hair after doing an LFS install. You better pack a lunch. That's going to be a long wait. Yeah, alright, let's see. You should look into using Cower. It just automates downgrading the package and blah, 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 blah. Okay, next. Okay, Sam loves OpenSUSE. Good choice. Slackware, if you like, you know, doing your own dependency checks, cool deal. Gentoo, that's one I hope I never have to look at again. I had a very bad dream about wearing a tuxedo and some other weird makeup and that sort of thing. Gentoo is never happening. Alright, Gentoo with Suicide Linux pre-installed will be the ultimate in difficulty channel. You know, come to think of it, I think I have heard of a Suicide Linux a long time ago, but not sure what that is. Okay, I think I've had enough of this for one day. I think we have done an effective test of OBS, at least in terms of a stream, so we've got some good stuff there. So, and it looks like I've got somebody who just signed in on the Mumble server, and I don't have a moderator logged in right now, so I have to register them. So, why don't I go ahead and stop this stream for now. And if you guys want to hang out and chat, go to couplelinux.com, click the chat button, and it'll give you instructions on connecting on the chat server. Okay? You must be a member of couplelinux.com and must be a member in good standing in order to be able to speak on the Couple of Linux server. Right now we only have 15 seats on the Mumble server, but as we if we need more seats, I'll pay for more. That's not a problem. We'll get more people. Oh, cool. Hold on a moment. Ben's here. Ben, do me a favor. Can you check and make sure Hank is a member? And, oh, looks like you took care of it. Thank you. All right. So, anyway, okay, I hear you, but give me a moment. I'm wrapping up this, okay? Okay, cool deal. All right, doing a few things. Is this SJW Anonymous? Tosh, you came in to hijack my test stream. This is a test. This is only a test, and I'm done testing. Goodbye. Hit me up on Mumble, folks. You know how to find me. couplelinux.com. Hit the chat button. Make sure you remember registered on the forum, or else the mods ain't going to let you talk on Mumble. And I'll figure out when I'm going to do something on here, and I've got a little bit more to learn, so let me go ahead and learn, and I'll be back eventually. Until next time, peace out.